Good day. Thank you for helping me with this project that I'm doing. How are you today?
I am very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So, Juanette, you are from?
I am from South Africa, but I'm currently working and staying in China.
Okay. So for today's usability test, you're going to use two airlines. It's going to be Emirates and British Airline. You're going to be one person flying out of Shanghai, China to Cape Town, South Africa. You will be flying on the 3rd of July for the summer vacation, returning to China on the 15th of August.
Yes.
So where have you traveled in the past year?
In the past year, I left South Africa on the 5th of August, 2019, and I flew into Shanghai, where I started my job. Then by the end of September of 2019, I went to Thailand for a week and returned. In December, over the Christmas holiday, I went to the Philippines for 10 days. And then in January, I went to Thailand again and Vietnam and made an unplanned stop in Cape Town as well, before returning back to China on the 19th of February, 2020.
Do you usually use your cell phone or a website to make bookings?
I would use my cell phone over the app TripAdvisor or trip.com. Trip.com, sorry.
Okay, and how many people traveled on your previous travel?
I booked my flights alone, but we were two people that made separate bookings.
Okay, and for how long was that trip, the last one?
The last trip was for 2.5 weeks. I was in Thailand for 8 days and in Vietnam for 8 days. Then I was in South Africa. It was not a planned visit to go to South Africa because of the epidemic that was going on in China. We could not return at that stage to China. So I went to South Africa for 10 days.
And why do you prefer TripAdvisor and the places that you use to make your bookings for your flights?
The app is very easy to use and it's always accessible on the phone, whereas the computer is not always by hand and you do not always have Wi-Fi or internet connection, where on the phone it is always accessible. I find it very easy to use trip.com, and also the searches make it very easy for me to find what I look for.
Have you previously used Emirates Airlines or British Airlines in the past or never?
I have, when I first came to China, I flew with Emirates, but not British Airways.
Did you do that booking or did the company do that booking?
I did that booking through a company called, I'm not sure what the company is called.
No, that's fine. Okay, so you will be one person traveling to Shanghai, China, to Cape Town. And firstly, we're going to use Emirates. I won't be able to answer all your questions because that's the whole purpose of the usability test, to find out what we can improve about the website. Don't worry, you can ask me any questions, and I had nothing to do with the making of this website, so you won't be I won't feel bad if you can't do something, if you don't understand something, or you give me a pain point about the website. And we are not here to test you, we are here to test the websites. Okay, so then you can go on to Emirates Airline and you can try to make the booking for that period of time.
Is this the right website?
Yes.
Okay. So I will be going from
Why do you use the pop-up calendar and not just typing in the dates?
in all honesty, it just popped up before I even had the chance to look at anything. So that is why I chose it.
Okay.
One passenger, economy class. It is the 15th of August, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So here is my ticket or possible ticket.
Okay.
So I need to choose the time now.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
I
which
will
class
choose.
you're going to take and why will also be helpful.
Since I will be paying for this flight, I'll go with economy class. Select.
Do you
And
usually fly with economy class if you pay for the flight? Is there a difference if you fly with, if somebody else will pay your flight? Have somebody else paid your flight in the past?
somebody else has never paid my flight before. And if someone else has the money, I would definitely experience or would like to experience the business or the first class. But as of yet, I pay my own way. Okay, so time for me to come back would be this one here. Okay, continue.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this flights that's currently available, like they are real flights?
They are real flights.
Okay. Um,
Why don't you set an SMS reminder? Do you think that is necessary to be there? Do you think it is something good to have a SMS reminder 24 hours prior to your flight?
Normally, the app that I use, they send you a reminder on the app. Because I'm getting not strangers messages, but like you do in all countries, different companies get a hold of your cell phone number and you get SMSs or messages from advertisements or people trying to sell you things. And since it's all in Chinese, I automatically block unknown numbers.
Okay.
So at this point, if I am in China and I'm using my Chinese number, that would not be something that I would like to have coming through SMS. If it is an email, it's fine. And like I said, if it is through an app and a reminder pops up as if any notification on my phone, then it's fine for me.
Okay.
Oh,
So what do you see here? Do you think it's necessary to have this options as if because it was on the Flex Plus and business class?
I think it's very what is the word I'm looking for? Very appealing to see what you can get. If you look at the bed and you just think like, you know how hard it is, or the priority boarding and fast track, I've never been in a situation where boarding was a problem. So I've never experienced something that made me want to feel like, oh, I want to have a fast track boarding priority. Extra baggage allowance, yes, that is a definite uh, yes for me. Since I moved here, I needed extra baggage, and it's always a problem, you know, fitting everything you want in. But earning more miles, of course, yes, that would also be good. But is it necessary to pay that much more for earning more miles? I don't know. Um, I think it's appealing to see what you can have, but like I guess I would just scroll over it because I know that it's a lot of money. I guess the extra baggage is if you're moving somewhere, that's not really something you can just move to the side. That's something you're gonna have to do. So maybe if they have like a special offer on baggage, yes, definitely. Um, the lie down seats, I mean, if you really have the money, I would definitely go for that, especially a night flight, which I did choose. I did choose a night flight now. So when you
Why do
usually
you
when you're
prefer,
going, oh,
sorry, why do you prefer the night flights from the day flights?
well, since I'm flying from Shanghai, which is a couple of hours, like maybe 2.5, 3 hours away from the city where I live, and I still work on the 3rd of July. So that gives me more than enough time to get to the airport and be there with safe timing, check in. You know, always if there's something wrong, maybe you have more than enough time to take care of things. And then also with the time difference, it's a 6 hour time difference. So it I kind of make that up if I fly here, then you make up the time, which is also good.
I understand.
Okay, so I can choose my seats.
You think that choose your seat is important? Do you usually choose your
Yeah.
seat or?
No, I choose my seat. So for me, I really enjoy having some, even though I'm not a tall person, when it comes to resting, I enjoy this seat right here because there's no seat here in front of you, and you can still put your seat backwards, where if you are in an emergency seat, normally you cannot push your chair backwards, but this you can. And also, even though you want to use the toilet, you don't have to slide through these people. You can just walk out here, which is very convenient. And it's at the window seat.
And you usually prefer the window seat to aisle seat?
Yes, I do. But actually, I'm going to change it to this one on this side because when you fly to Cape Town, you can see Table Mountain from that side window. So I'll choose that side. Oh, wait, this flight is Dubai to Cape Town. Well, it's fine. Choose the same one. Ex-
Would you prefer a direct flight or a layover flight?
One of my favorite flights that I've had was when I flew from Cape Town to Singapore to China, because the stretch from Cape Town to Singapore is long, but then it's a short flight after that, which is what I like more. So I see there is no, I can sit there. There is a window seat and legroom. Okay. Okay. So now I say continue to payment.
Now here we can stop.
Oh, okay.
So, because I don't want you to make the payment. So what would you like about the website to change? What would you say is good about the website? What did you like about the experience being on the website? Yes.
So I would say, if we go back to the seat arrangement, instead of having the plane horizontally like this, I would have it vertically, because that's how you sit. You sit like this,
Yes.
and it shows you like this. So maybe it can be a little bit confusing. So that's about the seats. Then I found it very easy. Furthermore, the passengers, when you go here, the information about the passenger, I found, like, here's something here, and then only it's the information, where you would think that like where you type your information would be higher up, and then because you kind of have to scroll to find the space where you type in your information.
Okay.
I would put this first and then scroll down for the important information or the summary before you have to click next or continue.
Okay.
But furthermore, I had no trouble. It was a pleasant experience.
Okay. So then we are finished with Emirates. Then you can go to British Airlines. And the information is the same. It's one person flying from Shanghai, China to Cape Town, South Africa from the 3rd July to the 15th of August for the summer vacation.
British Airways.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's only a flight.
Yes.
From I like this one's start screen.
What in particular do you like this screen more than the
It's less information. It gives you directly, like, where are you, where do you want to go, choose your date and go. It's not a lot of like advertisements going around it. So yeah.
I see there's no flights. Can we try Wuhan, China?
Yeah. No flights. Maybe from Cape Town. No, you can't come into China. Maybe from a different country or to a different country.
For this, let's try London, England to Cape Town on that same date.
I want to go from Heathrow. Okay, to Cape Town. There we go. Okay. So what I notice about both websites is they give you the currency from the country that you are flying from, and that I think that's a good thing, so that you know with what currency, in what currency to think or to know.
Okay.
Do
you like the fact that you can have other dates if you were more flexible for other prices, or is that not something that you will look at? Like
yes. This is also on the app that I usually use. They also show you at the top different prices for the dates surrounding it, and it always gives you nice idea, especially if you are flexible. So I enjoy that. Yeah. Okay. So
do you think that the economy basic is something that they should have on there if it is a long flight from two different countries? Because there's only hand baggage.
yeah, I see that. I mean it doesn't make sense for me, thinking about the amount of time that I chose to be between the two flights, because nobody can pack for 4 weeks only using hand luggage. But maybe if it was someone, traveling for a short business trip, that is possible. I don't know anyone that would only use hand luggage. So I don't think that is very relevant, but there might be people that do. It confused me now, because I didn't realize you should read it horizontally, like economy, basic, standard, or premium. I didn't realize that. Then, sorry about that.
No problem.
Then I would use the economy. Oh, yeah, I would use the economy standard. Even though the smaller cabin, separate cabin sounds interesting, I think for this holiday we'll stick to this one. Okay, and Cape Town back, economy. Again, this one. Even though the screen, it looked more simple on this, like less information, but choosing between or switching between the two flights, for some reason that it confused me a little.
Okay.
It confused me a little, but yet it was simple enough. If that makes any sense.
It does.
Okay. Well,
do you
I
like
would
the
not choose
fact that there is you can pre-book a car or a hotel on your way to your travels? Or would you prefer that to
Um,
be an add-on if you want it and you feel like it's too much info on the page?
I think it's okay because there's not much extra information on the page. Where on the previous one there was a lot of pictures, there was like 4 different pictures, and you had to keep scrolling to get to your own information instead of seeing your information first, like you do here, and then scrolling to see the extra.
Okay.
That is fine, and that is helpful because if you are going on a holiday and you don't have family staying there, then yes, then you need this information. I would just say, yes, it's helpful.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, this is where we can stop this. Now,
Okay.
what did you enjoy about this website? What was any pain points for you about this website?
It didn't feel as busy as Emirates' website in
Okay.
the sense of with the Emirates website, I know where I was, but at a point you don't know, is it a a cookie ad, or is it a pop-up ad, or is it part of the Emirates website, because there was a lot of pictures and a lot of different um, text boxes where the information was all over, whereas this one, since it started, it was clear. Here's the screen, where are you going, what's your date. The information, the extra information was limited, which was good. You have your options, but like I also said in the first over the first website, I like to have my information first so that I know everything is okay. I don't have to go and search for the information, because booking flights can be nerve-wracking in the sense of double checking, especially when it comes to the payments. It's a lot of money to pay if you're making a mistake.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for making the time today to help me with this project. And I do hope you have a pleasant day.
Thank you very much, and you are welcome.